Hey, it's me, he says tentatively. He reaches out to shake hands with you but is met by a firm no. You both stare at each other for a moment before Rick suddenly breaks the silence. What are we going to do? He asks quietly. I'm not sure how much I can help. You reply in a quiet voice. It's just, well, I don't know if any of this is real. You and Rick share a passionate embrace as you lean against his shoulder. His lips gently brush across your cheek as he whispers into your ear. It doesn't matter what is or isn't real. What matters is that we're together. Whoa! Shouts Diggy with surprise. Rick, it's you! Yeah, replies Rick, confused about why Diggy would attack him. Rick tries to move his hand toward the mole's head, but Diggy grabs his arm and pulls him closer. The two struggle for a few moments before Diggy releases his hold on Rick. Oh man, I am so sorry, says Diggy sincerely. Rick looks down at the mole and sees something disturbing. He takes a step back, alarmed by what he sees. Wait, he says slowly. That's you, your body? Yeah, Diggy nods proudly. And I'm Diggy Doo the Mole, the greatest moleskin in all of New England. The mole laughs as he falls. Ha ha! Oh yeah, you'll never get away from me now, he cries triumphantly. Rick looks around desperately. There's no way out of here. Do them all. No! Diggy shouts as Bowser sets him ablaze. The mole screams helplessly as his body burns. Suddenly, the mole is engulfed in an explosion of flame, and he disappears completely. Rick gasps with relief. Diggy reappears next to Rick. Are you okay? He asks concerned. Rick smiles weakly. Yeah, I think so. Diggy looks over to where Bowser is battling the mole. Why, yes, he replies happily. I died horribly when that big burrower attacked me. But look, I've come back as a mole. How did you survive that? Rick asks. A few seconds later, you hear a loud boom, followed by a shriek. A mushroom suddenly appears above Rick's head. This will be the only time I ever say this, says Rick as he picks up the mushroom. Eat this, damn it! Suddenly, you feel an intense rush of energy coursing through your body. Your vision becomes sharper, more focused, and you begin to hear voices in your head. You scream in pleasure as you climax. You gasp for breath, exhausted. Wow. You moan softly. Rick Grimes rubs your back as you lie on the bed. He kisses your forehead and murmurs, "You were amazing tonight." "Oh!" shouts Diggy, startled. "What was that for?" Rick shrugs. "Just testing to see if you could dig faster than a bullet." Diggy grins. "Like I'd let myself die like that." Rick chuckles. "Not even for you." Diggy begins to laugh. "Ah, Rick, and I love you too." "But you still have to leave," says Rick. Diggy reappears next to Rick. "Are you okay?" he asks, concerned. Rick smiles weakly. "Yeah, I think so." Diggy looks over to where Bowser is battling the mole. Rick shudders at the thought. "Rick," says Diggy nervously. You didn't happen to see a mole, did you?" Rick shakes his head. "Nope." "I'm not sure how much I can help," you say in a low voice. "It's just, well, I don't know if any of this is real." "Yes." Diggy agrees. Rick sighs heavily. "I guess we'd better get going." Diggy Doo the mole suddenly disappears. Rick and Diggy both look around, confused. "Where do you think?" says Diggy Doo. "I'm everywhere." Suddenly, the two Diggies appear together. They're confused by their appearance, but then they notice Rick and Diggy talking to each other. Rick groans and rubs his head. "Damn it, Diggy, why do you have to keep coming back as a mole?" Diggy pouts. "Because I'm the greatest moleskin ever." Rick raises his pistol. Diggy Doo the mole leaps into the air and dodges Rick's shot. Suddenly, Diggy reappears next to Rick. Are you okay? He asks, concerned. Rick shakes his head. No thanks. I'll pass. Okay, Rick, says Diggy. There's something I want to show you. Rick looks at him curiously. Hey! What do you think you're doing? Rick exclaims angrily. He lowers his pistol. Sorry, I was just taking care of my business. Rick frowns at you. Rick blushes a little and nods. Thanks, Diggy. Rick begins to walk out of the bedroom but stops suddenly and turns back towards you. Oh, hey, we never got to talk about what happened in the mine. Rick sighs. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. You're Diggy to me. Diggy looks down. Ah. Rick takes your hand and leads you out of the bedroom, away from Diggy. Rick smirks. That's what she said. You slip your tongue down Rick's throat. Rick moans in pleasure, closing his eyes as he savors the flavor of your mouth. Oh, I'll take that deal, says Rick. Tell Mr. Beast I'm ready. Okay. Diggy replies uncertainly. He turns to you. Do you want to watch? Sure, you say eagerly. Rick gets on all fours, presenting his buttocks to you. You kneel behind him, licking your lips as he spreads his cheeks open for you. Diggy Doo appears beside you. Now. Don't feel pressured or anything. Rick groans in pleasure as you begin to lick his hole. Oh, yeah! That's it. He cries out. Rick's body trembles with excitement as you lick him. Rick's muscles tense as he comes. Rick rolls over onto his back and gasps in relief. Rick laughs. Yes, Sugar Papa. Rick rubs his face in his hands as he realizes what he has done. He licks his lips. Wait, am I really a Sugar Papa? You giggle. Of course, you're my Sugar Papa. Rick grins sheepishly. I guess I am. Rick climbs off the bed and walks naked to his dresser. Yeah, I think you're right. Rick opens the door to his closet. What are you doing? You ask curiously. Rick shrugs. I don't know. Something feels wrong about this. Rick squeals! Bark, bastard! The bear snarls and growls at Rick. Rick whips out his pistol. Get back in there. Rick shoots the bear, killing it. Rick sighs. It was just a joke, Diggy. You say want me to remove the corpse? Rick looks down at the dead bear. Nah, I'll just leave him here. Rick answers the knock. Hi, Rick, the tiger says cheerily. Hello, tiger, says Rick. Can I help you? Yeah, I heard about that bear thing, says the tiger. But I figured you'd already seen the joke coming, so I decided to be nice and come make sure you were all right. Rick smiles. Thank you, tiger. The tiger licks Rick's cheek. Oh, get off me! Rick laughs. You're welcome. You say, tiger, I need to go to bathroom. Rick grabs your hand and leads you to the bathroom. Rick laughs, opening the lid of the toilet. Here you go. You quickly relieve yourself. Rick sits down beside you. How's it going? He asks. Good. Thanks for asking. Rick takes your hand and kisses your fingers. Rick nuzzles into your neck. So how did you like my surprise? You giggle. It was great. Rick laughs. No way. No one would ever believe me. You giggle. Papa, I can fly. Rick blushes. Well, thanks for the compliment. It's not often that someone says something nice about my physique. You gasp. What? Why didn't you tell me? Rick apologetically. I guess I never thought anyone would notice. Rick gasps. Oh no. You say don't worry, sugar papa. I got a Carl gummy from the moon and I will save you. John shoots you again. Rick starts crying. Why is everyone shooting me? You shout because I'm a sugar papa. John shakes his head. That doesn't make any sense. Rick runs up to the window and leaps out. As he shoots you in the chest with a gun. Rick lands on the ground, clutching his chest. But what happened? He gasps. You look down at Rick's body. He's dead, exclaims John. I knew it, shouts John. John walks towards the bed, grabbing Rick's arm. Let's see if we can bring him back to life. John looks terrified. What? You yell, you shot me in the heart. You shout, do it again. John raises his gun. Do it again. Rick's eyes open wide. From the internet. The meme says, look at that snake. John looks at Rick's eyes. Rick points to the snake. Look at the snake. Says John. You say good job, Papa. You hug Rick tightly, burying your face in his chest. Rick rubs your back, smiling softly. You say, hey, Rick, why are you wearing my shirt? Rick lifts his hips, pulling his pants down. Ooh, it's not mine. I took it off of this guy who was trying to rape me. Rick pulls off his boxers, revealing his erect penis. And starts riding it. Rick moans. This feels great. You have no idea how long I've wanted to do this. John nods. Me too. You moan loudly. Rick moans. Yes, I love it. John grunts. John rubs his balls on Rick's face. What do you think of these, Sugar Papa? To me, says Rick. John laughs. Oh, they're cute. John jerks himself off while still inside Rick. Rick moans happily. Ah. Rick giggles. Yeah, well, I'm a Sugar Papa. What does that make you? I don't know. You should look it up sometime. Why? Rick laughs. Don't you want to join us? You smile. Not right now. Rick's eyes. Come here, Sugar Papa. Let me show you something. You walk over to Rick. Rick moans. Your cock is so big. You moan. Fuck me. Rick shoves his tongue in your mouth. Rick thrusts into your tight hole. Rick grunts. Part Roman 3. You awaken in an abandoned church. There is a zombie apocalypse going on outside. A zombie comes bursting through the door. You shoot the zombie and push it down the stairs. The zombies rush in and start attacking Rick. He takes out a knife and stabs the first zombie in the head. "I'll eat your brains," he shouts. Rick cuts another zombie's throat. Rick grabs the third zombie by the neck, slamming him against the wall. Rick throws the zombie away, laughing wildly. As Rick fucks a zombie, you come up behind Rick and stick your cock in his ass. "Oh yeah," growls Rick. You come all over Rick's face. Rick wipes his face clean. Rick turns around, looking surprised. "What the hell?" You point to the zombies. "What are these?" "Zombies! They're supposed to be dead, but they're alive again." Rick shrugs. "We killed them once already. Why not try again?" Rick picks up a shotgun and aims it at the zombies. Rick screams as you sit on his face, smothering him with your butt. Rick struggles beneath you. You start bouncing on Rick's face, slapping his cheeks with your buttocks. Rick gasps. You laugh. "Shut up!" Rick gasps for breath. "There. That wasn't so bad, was it?" Rick sputters. "No." It firmly. You moan. "That's better." Rick pushes into your asshole. Rick grunts. Rick thrusts his cock into your ass, moaning loudly. Rick bites his thumb. Magazines! While Rick is busy reading a magazine about gangbangs, you sneak up on him and shove your cock in his mouth. Rick moans, sucking your cock. You moan. Rick pouts. You shouldn't ask a man that kind of question when he's got an erection. You continue giving Rick a blowjob. Rick moans. Oh. Oh. Rick pants. Is that all? No! Keep going! Rick sucks your cock. Rick moans softly. Rick strokes your cock. Rick begins to suck you harder. Rick grabs you by the waist and starts fucking you. Rick thrusts into you, grunting loudly. Rick thrusts his cock deep inside you. Rick groans. Rick thrusts his cock in your ass, ramming you against the wall. You smack your head on the floor. It hurts. You get up and slam your fist into Rick's face. Rick hits his head on the ground and falls down. You then kick Rick in the balls. He walks towards Rick and wraps his arm around his neck. Rick squirms under Hernandez's grip. Hernandez pulls Rick's arms behind his back and binds them together. Rick gasps for breath. "You're such an asshole," says Hernandez. Rick laughs. "Get fucked." Rick kicks Hernandez in the groin. Hernandez groans. Rick punches him in the face. Everyone stops beating Rick and turns to look at you. Rick shakes. I'm just having fun." You slap Rick across the face. Rick cries out, clutching his cheek. Rick is still running away. "Don't worry," yells Rick. "It's not what it looks like." Hernandez laughs. "I bet it isn't." You start fucking Hernandez. Rick comes back with a shotgun. He points it at you. Rick laughs. "I won't let anyone harm my precious Rick." Rick pulls the trigger. The gun explodes as Rick shoots himself in the foot. You grab Rick's leg and pull him down, pulling his dick out of his shorts. You take hold of Rick's cock and squeeze it lovingly. Rick smiles. Well, what do we have here? Shows and puts his hands on his hips and smirks at Rick. "Hi, Rick. So nice to see you again." Rick laughs nervously. "How'd you know my name?" Chosen laughs. Porn! You gasp as you watch Rick shoot his load onto the floor. Rick wipes his hand on the wall. Rick takes off his clothes, revealing his flaccid penis. Rick shrugs. "I guess I'll go home now." Rick leaves the room. Rick changes his mind and comes back into the room with the baseball bat. Rick raises the bat above his head and swings. Rick laughs. "What?" Rick slaps you across the face. Rick smacks your face again. Rick taunts you. "Maybe if you stop making fun of my name, I might even let you fuck me." Rick tries to run away, but you catch him. Rick struggles, trying to break free. Rick shouts, "What the hell?" Rick knocks the bat out of your hand. Rick breaks your arm and tackles you to the ground. Rick thrusts into your ass, grunting loudly. Rick moans. Rick thrusts his cock in your ass. Rick thrusts his cock in your ass. Rick thrusts his cock in your ass. as Rick rams his cock into his ass. Rick thrusts his cock in your 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 ass. Rick's cock is too big for you to fit inside his ass. Rick screams. Rick grabs your throat and forces his cock into your mouth. Rick thrusts his cock into your mouth. Rick squeezes your throat. Rick shoves his cock down your throat. Rick thrusts his cock down your throat. Rick thrusts his cock into your stomach. Rick thrusts his cock into your chest. Roars Rick. Rick shoves you down onto the floor. Rick squats over you and violently fucks your face. Rick thrashes about wildly, impaling your face with his cock repeatedly. Rick screams in anguish as he shoots his load deep inside your throat. Rick collapses onto the ground. Rick is dead. 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 Rick is dead.